Welcome to clickmyproject.com.
It is our project title. Our project title name is an implementation of instruction redirection systems using genetic algorithm. It is our project abstract. Nowadays, it is a very important maintain a high level security to ensure the safe and trusted communications of information between the various organizations, but secure data communications over internet and any other network is always under threats of the instruction and misuse. So the instruction detection systems have become a needful components in terms of computer and network security. There are the various approaches being utilized in the instruction detection systems, but unfortunately any of the systems so far are not completely flawless. So the quest of the betterments communications and continues in these progressions as we present the instruction detection system ideas process by applying the genetic algorithm GA of effectively detected the various types of network and instructions. Parameters and the evaluation process of the GA are discussed in details are implemented. These approaches use a evaluation theory to information evaluation in order to filter the traffic data and then reduce the complexity. To implement the measures of the performance in our systems using the KDD dataset and the benchmark datasets and obtain the reasonable and detecting the rate trending the proposed instruction detection system as in approaches of the counter and the computing and the network attacks and the visuals. Instruction detection system is implemented by the instruction detection systems. Now there are the many commercial instruction detection systems available. In generally, most of these commercial implementations are relevant, the ineffective and insufficient, which give rise of the needs of research or more dynamical instruction detection systems. Generally, an introduction of the definite in the systems programs or persons who tries to the any many become successful on the break of the into the information systems or performance and any actions not illegally allowed. We refer the instruction as the any set of the actions that attempts in the comparison the integrity confidently are available on our computer source. The act of detecting the actions that attempt in the compromising the integrity confidently and availability of the computer resource can be referred as instructions directions. An instruction detection system is a device or software applications that monitor the network and the system activities for the malicious activities or policy violations and produce reports. In the remainder of the work of about the instruction detection systems, existing instruction detection systems are the problems. Some important application of the software completing and the techniques and network instruction detections is discrete instructions. Several genetic algorithms or programs has been using the detecting the instruction detection in different kinds of different scenarios. To use the requirement features of the determine the optimal and minimal parameter of some of the functions core functionals in which the different AI methods were used to derive the acquisition of rules. The network anomalies for both agents they use the GP to detection the anomalous network behaviors and each the agents can monitor the parameters of the network or the data. The proposed methodology has the advantages when many small autonomous agents are used, but it was the problem when communicating among the agents and also it is the agents are not properly initialized the training process and it can be time consuming. The approaches including both the quantitative and the catalogist features of network data and deriving the classified roles. However, the inclusions and the quantitative features can be decreases and increases rate, but not experimental results are available. Accurately, they classified several network instructions, but it was used the genetic programmings made the implementation of the produce the very difficult and also be training produced more data and the time is required. The GA detected the anonymous network behavior used on information theory. So the network features can be identified with the network attacks based on mutual information detection process and between the network features and the type of instruction and then using the frame features linear structural rules and also the GA is derived. The approaches of using the mutual information and result linear rule seems very efficient because the reduce the complexity and high detection rate. The only problem it is considered only the dispatched features. The detection using the GA and showed software implementation, the approaches derived the set of classification rules and utilized the support confidence framework network and witness the functions. It is our project flow diagram. In our project, there are the 5 modules are important modules are involved in your process. The first module is the mining process, and the second is the training process, and third is IDS process, and the fourth is BSN process, and fifth is viewing process. In our module, the first module is the mining process. The mining process are the important of the knowledge data discovery process, KDD process. The knowledge database discovery is an process. The user want to mining the very important data set. In our all of the large amount of database, there are the very different kinds of information can be data and data information can be stored into our database. For example, medical related information, business related information, food related information, and stores retail price informations or informations or data stores in a large amount of database. So we can be used for the KDD data set for in our process. So in our process module is the mining process. We can be mine the KDD cup. All relevant information can be mining in this process. So next is process training process. The training process is a process to train our data into our large amount of data set in our process. So the large amount of data set KDD cup data set can be passed in the training process. Now the training process can be used for pre-processing for NP hard process. The pre-processing process can be remove the all relevant and unrelevant information and all unvalued and redundant information can be deleted in the process. And next the training process can be completed. After the training can be completed, all of the unrelevant and misused information can be all of the attack information can be displayed in this process. So the training process can be completed. The pure repeated data can be passed into the IDS process. The IDS process can be detect the IDS information in our database. The IDS process can be displayed the all of the attacks data, non-attacks data in their informations. So the infection detection system can be completed in the IDS process. So next to the BSN process. In our IDS process can be completed. The data, the successful the repair data can be passed into the BSN process. The BSN process can be viewed the which types of attacks are attacked in this our process and the non-attacks data in our process. All of the data information attacks and non-attack data and the malware information can be displayed in this BSN process. At last the viewing process. The user can be viewing this all of the process can be viewing. At last the final output is some pure attack and non-attack data can be displayed in this process. Okay, it is our project IDS process. So click this home page and right click this run file process. Our process can be run. It is our project home page and implementation of intrusion detection systems using genetic algorithms. So click this image. It is in login process. So we are the new person to registration in this field. So click this registration. So admin name, it is in user choice to fill this name. We can be okay. We can be it is admin name and our admin ID is 10090 is our user size. It is server port number. It is 5000. IP address it is our system IP 192.168.32.5. Okay, MAC address it is an our system MAC address P0 system MAC address P0784 and H1. It is 16-digit MAC address can be displayed in this type this field. So it is port number for it is in server port number 5004. It is in 5443. It is port number. Location ID is our place location ID 9000. Okay, it is server number is 5500 and it is in port number is 5443. Okay, our registration process can be success. Click this button. Our registration process can be success. The message can be displayed. Admin registration can be success. So click this button. Okay, click this back button. Admin ID is UV and server number is 5500. Okay, our process is login successfully. It is our project main menu: mining process, training process, ID selection process, BSN process, admin viewing process, and graph process. There are 6 modules can be involved in this process. So first, mining process. In our mining process, we can be selected the data sets. It is in our KDD dataset can be selected in this mining process. The KDD dataset can be stored in our large amount of database. We can be fetching in our database using the mining process. So we can be click this mining process. Our data can be loaded in this process. So if the loading process can be completed, the mined data can be displayed in this field. Click this back button. Okay, it is our KDD cup related information can be displayed in this process. A1, A2, A3. It is one of the attribute for in our KDD cup datasets. S1, S2. All of the information can be displayed in this field. So click this back button. After the training process can be start. So click this training process. So in our training process can be started. The message can be loaded in look your console. The training process can be running in this process. So after the training process can be completed, the information can be viewed in this field. So click this process. It is all the uncleaned data, clean the data in this process. And all of the information are repaired in this field. So all of the information can be displayed in this field. So training process can be completed. So ideas direction process. In our instruction directions process, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 processes can be involved in this process. So click this data text. So click this. It is an attack data information can be displayed in this field: IP, time, date, port number, MAC address, malware text. All of the attribute information can be displayed in this data text. It is a normal attacks. So it is in dental of services attacks. So it is DSO attacks. So click this IDS process. So the process can be loading in this field. You can look in the console. If the IDS process can be completed loaded, it can be displayed in this field. Okay, it is an IDS process attacks can be displayed in this field. The range and IP name or all of the information can be displayed in this field. So click this back button. The R2L, it is a remote to user attacks. So click this IDS process. The remote to user attacks can be displayed in this field. So it is loaded for our console. If the loading process can be completed, the IDS attacks and remote to user attacks, the information can be displayed in this in our field. So the information can be displayed in this field: number, protocol, and sign up, and SPO. All of the information can be displayed in this process. So in the attack type, the main redundancy attacks is top 3 attacks can be displayed in this field. Redundant attacks can be displayed in this field. So click this back button. So R2L attacks can be completed. So U2R, the U2R process can be completed. Okay, the user to root attacks, it is one of the firewall attacks for cloud registration process. So it is an R2 attacks can be completed. The user to root attacks can be completed. The firewall attacks can be completed in those informations. It is in a top 5 ratings for the attacks. Redundancy attacks and redundancy application attacks can be displayed in this field. So we can click this back button. This is the final for the probing attacks. The probing attacks is an it is a normal probing attacks is the IDS name, date, port number, MAC address, malware attacks can be displayed in this field. So click this back button. So our all types of intrusion attacks can be displayed in this field. So it is admin viewing process. So admin is the information the malware attacks can be displayed in this field. So click this. It is our current date and nanoseconds and all of the informations: IP, time, date, and the malware attacks. All of the information can be displayed in this process. So click this. So admin can be viewing computer in the IDS attacks data. So click this graph button. So finally it is in our process graph. Okay, in our process can be completed. It is a normal dental and remote to user attacks and probing. It is a high level of the initial attack and remote attack next, and user to attacks third, and fourth is normal attacks, and fifth is probing to field attacks.